Alright, what's up, yins guys? I'm going to do a video, and this is going to be for anybody who is already subscribed to me and watches my stuff here, and some of yins guys that know me, and some of yins guys that I've told off on both the atheist and the religious side of the fence, who still, the people that are following your videos because they dislike you. I hope some of you guys are watching, because I hope a little of all of you guys are watching this, because this has been overdue. I'm going to talk about my least favorite event in the Bible, and this is probably going to be for some of you people. There's nothing wrong with being a Christian, doing it for the right reasons, but I'm wagering that I always thought that it might be some of the yins guys' least favorite event too, but it's just one of them things you just bypass. That some people that are Christians are pretty good people. Some of them probably just bypass this and don't think about it, and for good reason. And I think a lot more people should come out and say it, even if they choose that they don't want to be an atheist, but they don't want to be like die-hard Christian either, but they don't, like I myself think that the heavily funded organized atheism is a front for the Marxist crap. They want to do a new power structure, use an anti-religion, and create a new social and political and power structure to replace the other Christian religious structure, which you get different variations of the religions. You get the counterfeit Zionist thing that wants to take control, and a lot of us that we're not really die-hard Christians like some of the rest of those people, but some of us, even like me, believe that part of that might be the Antichrist. They want to put a fake Zionist movement and put a guy and maybe even act like he rose from the dead and use modern technology even. But the Holy Bible actually, and I think in some cases the Holy Bible in Revelation might indicate that this Antichrist might actually pretend to be Jesus. But I'm 2 minutes into this video. This is not really what I wanted to talk about. I'm just showing you a ballpark nutshell. I really didn't want to yammer on and on about that stuff. That's for future videos. But really what I was going to talk about here is the least, okay, let's get on with it. The least favorite event in the Bible. Okay, my least favorite event in the Bible is the thing about Abraham, the supposed test that he was supposed to, he was going to sacrifice his son, but it was never to be. It was never going to be. There's the popular version of what that's supposed to mean, and the scripturally correct way that gets beat into people's heads over the millennia here, that what we're supposed to think and feel about that event, and we're not allowed to think any other kind of way. Anyway, I once on the rock and roll station, when I was at work in one of the factories I worked, we had some of your rock and roll stations do comedy cuts once in a while, and there was a comedy cut on there in between songs. Like in our area we got 102.5 WDVE. They used to put little comedy cuts, and one of them was some comedian on there that said his position on God. Says he brought up Abraham and says, oh yeah, God told him if you kill your kid, or at least appeared like you're going to kill your kid, to obey me, I'll be your friend. I kind of had a little chuckle with that. But yeah, you guys all know the popular reason thing for that. It was supposed to be some kind of test, and it was like never to be. All of a sudden, I guess he was supposed to prove that he was obedient to God, and if God wanted him to actually slit his own son's throat, then all of a sudden a ram just appears tangled up in the bushes somehow. And just because this ram is tangled up in the bushes, it's some kind of divine message and revelation because this ram got tangled on the bushes that, okay, you don't kill your kid, there's a ram you can just caught in the bushes and helpless, and you can just, it's already captured, it's captured by the bushes, tangled up and helpless, and all you got to do, you can slit its throat instead of your son's throat. That's some kind of divine revelation, some kind of real divine message there, huh? And I've always told people that there was, ever since the beginning in the Old Testament, it was intertwined with occult-like practices that were no better than, not much, they thought they were a little bit better than the Moabites and everybody that sacrificed children to fertility gods, but the Old Testament was, a lot of us that had Christian backgrounds to a certain extent, we regard as the Old Testament as a bunch of people that screwed up, and it was supposed to be a message that these people that we're supposed to be looking up to, they were all screw-ups, they were all fuck-ups. You know, David was a fuck-up. He kind of had Uriah killed, and he was pretty much a bloody man and all that. You know, we were supposed to learn from the mistakes of some of these people in the Old Testament, not so much hail them as heroes. They maybe have done some good things, achieved some things, but they were major screw-ups, you know. But yeah, that idea that I always laughed at that one. It's one of them things that, if I had to be blunt about it, you can kiss my butt with that one. The only thing I'm theorizing with that is, yeah, it was a test all right, and he was supposed to pass the test by saying, in my book, he was supposed to pass the test by saying he knows the difference, you know, I'm not supposed to do this, I'm supposed to know the difference, no, I'm not going to kill him, you know what I mean? Or you can say, oh, like I believe nowadays, all through the centuries, things that, there's a lot of people that I know that had some Christian in them that believed that some things that look like messages from God are messages from the evil side, so to speak, too. And that happens even now. Something can look like a sign of God and want to tell you to do something, but it's not the case at all. There's a lot of people I know that are Christians that go to church on a regular basis. They believe that to a certain extent, you know. Something can look like a sign from God and it ain't. Well, yeah, some helpless ram tangled up in the bushes was some kind of divine sign that you're not supposed, that okay, yeah, you don't gotta slit your kids through it, you can take out a helpless ram tangled up in you just for a sacrifice. And yeah, we're told that we were before Jesus actually gave up himself, that it was the right thing to do to go and sacrifice an animal and create a burnt offering at a regular basis and stuff like that. I mean, it's like, okay, yeah, no, I don't think so. I mean, yeah, we can believe in the things like about Jesus Christ of what, you know, when he gave himself up, you know, oh, he knocked down tables and chased out money changers. Yeah, he cast out money changers from the temple, and he like exposed hypocrisy and did things like that, you know, absolutely, you know, nothing wrong with believing in that. But anything in, I don't believe that he give up his life so that he can, that if he didn't, I don't believe that if Jesus Christ did not come and give up his life the way he did, that we would be still required to go and sacrifice some animal, you know, to atone for our sins. It's like, you can kiss my butt with that one. I mean, we had to kill things to eat. You know, we go hunting, and yeah, people kill to eat. That's basically what they had to do. Because people got to eat. And unlike the traditional religions, you know, they're reenacting things and they're wearing their bathrobes or whatever, reenacting the events. I think before the Old Testament Bible and the Tanakh and everything came into existence. This whole world, the whole creation was basically very predatory, and we were to choose to not be predatory ourselves. But okay, yeah, we had to kill an animal to eat it, right? But there was all these animals, they killed and ate other animals. You know, the lion go and chase after that gazelle or that impala and go eat it and, you know, rip the shreds and eat it or whatever. All kind of different animals that can eat us. So we lived in a world where we can get eaten by other animals, and we can get killed and even eaten by other people. But right now, the expanding population in this world now, what we have, this whole the whole world the way we have it now, hell, the idea that we can get even eaten by another animal is damn near gotten eradicated completely. I mean, that's the idea that we can actually get eaten by some other kind of animal is totally gone. Except if you're in Florida where you got alligators, or if you're in Australia, you can still get eaten by a crocodile. You go to a part of Africa, you can still get eaten by a lion. And some of them countries that I've been reading about, I think them fishermen that go in little boats, there's not enough of animals that those tigers to eat, and the tiger population gets bigger, and guess what? They go and fishermen end up being missing, you know. You go in some of the woods in my country here, yeah, wolves are kind of cute looking and all that stuff too. I like them and all, but when the wolf population gets bigger and bigger, or any wild dog population, and there ain't enough of rabbits or whatever the hell they chase and eat, if their populations get bigger, and then the predatory animals, the animals that they feed on are getting scarce, guess what? They'll turn on us and eat us. So I'm kind of got mixed feelings about the environmentalism thing that people try to say, you know, but I believe in it to a certain extent, but then I also believe in the ugly fact too, you know. There's this thing that happens, you know, that we want to try to control nature, but one of these days it's gonna totally kick our butts, and then we're gonna you can kiss my ass with the bandwagon Left Behind movies. I mean, if there's any rapture at all, you know, I'm not putting it down. At the very least, you know, we'll eventually have some kind of epidemic bunch of death, whether it's by earthquakes, natural disasters, diseases. And when this happens, guess what? Nature will return again, and it's not going to happen like the Left Behind movies. You know, we might have all the feral wild animals, you know, running out of things to eat, and they're turning on us. And then we're going to have other people coming after us, and then just like that movie The Road, cannibalism, you know, the one great fear, like it said in the beginning, in the opening of that movie. Yeah, your stupid bandwagon Left Behind movies ain't got nothing on that. You know, if you look up, if you actually look a little closer, you know, we could have another Dark Ages, you know, and it'll be mass murder and cannibalism. Everybody that isn't physically trained and to be strong and smart to some extent, and be able to handle bad situations in groups. Guess what? You're gonna pretty much die in a very not so good way. That's just what's gonna happen. All you like domesticated people with your stupid domesticated ways, you know, with your little whatever, you know, your domesticated clothes and all that crap, you know. Anyway, that's my 15 minutes for this video.